boys and girls. This is Sir Fredric, and I am here today to talk to you about a lowland village and how to put it together. We'll start with the villagers. As you can see, I've got 208. In order to get 208, you need to put all your hovels right up against the keep. Obviously, getting 208 during wartime is perfect for building troops. You have plenty of 83 leftover peasants there, so you can build up some quick troops that way. And of course, obviously, the other way to do it is to shut down production of all of it, and then you'll have all 208 people produce troops with. So that's will do it for the hovels. Next would be your food production. The key to food production is putting your granary in the center of your food production. Your bakery, your apple orchards, and your dairy farms. In this village, the good thing about the lowland is you can produce 4 types of different food, which will make your popularity better. You can see I get 60 popularity because I'm giving them all times 4. The lower you make it, the less points you get, as you can see, as the production is dropping. So keeps your popularity keeps up, keeps your troops in, and you can tax more too. As you can see, I can tax quite a bit now. The other thing, ale production is just as valuable as food production is, and again, it's the same thing as your granary. Your inn needs to be as close to center to your ale production as possible. Now, since age 3 has started in World 1, you're having to lay down more ale or breweries to get ale production up because the parish stewards are no longer building the production buildings to increase the ale production due to war. They need to put war stuff in those parishes. Then we'll go to the iron mines. Typically, I don't need any more than 10 iron mines to keep up enough iron in there for the weapons production, which is you'll see over here on the left. Speaking of weapons production, since we're already there, this is your stockpile. You want to put, the key to all weapons is the siege workshops. You need to get your catapult production up as fast as possible and keep that right up against your stockpile. Then after that, you can start surrounding the villages or surrounding the stockpile with all your different types. I try to put at least 2 of each around the edges, and then I spread everything else out around the outside. You can see I do 6 armorers to keep up with the 4 blacksmiths and the 4 pole turners, and I keep 6 fletchers in there. If you're really fighting hard, you may want to get rid of a couple of ale production so you can put some more villages down there and just drop your ale value down over here to 3 so you're not sucking up so much ale. You see I dropped down to 14k. Right now I'm giving them full ale production. Alright, next are the honor buildings. Let me go to a different village here that's not quite complete yet. You can see, like right here, the theater gets you 5. Because I've surrounded the village hall with my hovels, I can only get 5 points. If I could pull out these villages, you could definitely get 6, but there's a range that these theaters and stuff can move. You can take them and relocate them around if you were a premium, which I'm not on this word because we're not fighting right now. But if the further out you move it, the less your popularity bonus is going to be. So the key is since you can't get 6, you want to get 5, and the further out you want to move it because you want to bring some of these other honor items in there. Like you can see, you got to place the dancing bear. You see how it gets 5? You get 5, and if I keep moving it out, you watch it. Eventually, it's going to change to 4. You see how it changed to 4? Then you want to keep it in that range and just keep moving it out until you can move it out as far as you can so you get more things closer together. Okay, so that shows you that. Go back to my regular village. Same thing goes with the statues. You can see I'm getting 21 honor bonus for the statues. I try to keep all the honor items as tight up against the hovels as I possibly can. These are your negative. They give you honor, but they give you negative popularity. That's what you use your food production and your ale production to help counterbalance that. You can see I'm actually only getting a bonus 5 happiness for the people. For the popular buildings, there's 25, and the unpopular getting me negative 20. But I'm getting a whole bunch of honor due to it. See the decorative, I'm getting 561, justice 289, and arts research 60. So once I surround that, I've got 5 of the markets. I keep 3 up tight here, and you can't see them because they're behind the church, but there's 2 more up high behind the church, and then I surround the outside with all the woodcutters' huts. This is not really a honor guild builder. I just get the minimum, so I keep 2 of each honor goods inside of there. You can see these particular buildings right here, and these 2 up here. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Churches it doesn't matter where you put any of your church items. I just keep mine nice and neat and close together. They don't have to be close to your keep to get any special bonus. They produce whatever they produce wherever they sit out on the map. All right, this is a Highland Village now. Again, as you can see, we're back. We'll start with food production this time. Food production, the key is to put your granary center of your food production. And as you can see, that's as close to center as I can get it and still get all the dairy, the apple orchards, the pig's farm. Now this particular village only produces 3 styles of food. So you won't get your food population as good because you won't have as many types of food eaten. You can see this village, I've only got 1 type because the pig farms produce so much food. These guys, even as what I've got 6 or 7 of them on here, cannot keep up with the production of the pig farms. But yet I keep up with the food balance needed to feed all my 208 population. This is actually where I like to make my pitch villages. So you can get your pitch production. I usually, when I'm in a parish, as you can see a parish, I try to surround. When I go into a parish, if I got 3 villages inside there, I'll put 2 lowland villages because lowlands are my favorite for war production. And I'll put 1 pitch village in there so I can supply these 2 villages with the pitch that I'm making out of this village. Again, we got all the population bonus buildings. They're right up against the keep again. Really, there's not much difference to this. I stick my big church up here on the right-hand corner and 2 smaller ones right there. There's just not a whole lot of room. This village is kind of tight, which is why I don't make a whole lot of them. Just the very few of these villages I possibly need. Again, you'll see that I've got 10 iron mines down here on the right to keep up with the weapons production. I try to keep the weapons production as many buildings as are in the lowlands. Yeah, the pitch, I think there's 10 pitch villages, or 10 pitch production on this one. Yes, and I can put more, but I'm still trying to build the village out. But as you can see, we can put more pitch production up here and keep laying them down in and out of them. You'll have to play with it. Obviously, you'd use my village style if you like it. I get a lot of production out of pitch out of this as I keep going. And you will produce enough to keep your other villages. Like if you look at this village 12 here, I've been resupplying this one. And see, I've already got the max pitch in here that I've been stuffing it in from village 13. Even village 13 is high. I'm starting to fill up my other village now. So that way I keep these 2. So when you're building your walls, you can stuff all the pitch pots on there as you possibly can. See all the pitch pots I got scattered out, so whenever people are attacking you, these will burn up lots of troops as they go in deeper and deeper and keep making them pay for attacking me to begin with. So having a pitch village is ideal for killing their troops when they're attacking you. That's the purpose of the pitch village. Other than that, cram as many of those pitch rigs inside of there as you possibly can. This is a max production. I get it all the way up online. Other than that, there's no difference. You can see that the Siege Workers Guild is right next to the stockpile, and all the other weapons makers. This will produce a lot of troops as well, and I can fight out of this village just as well as I can any of the other villages. Just the lowlands are typically the better ones. Okay, now we'll talk about actually purchasing the charter. as you can see here, we'll come over here and it'll have each charter has a dollar amount, and it also costs you honor, as you can see on the upper right hand side. You have to have a captain, which you go into your troop production, and then you produce captains. As you can see, I've already got the max number of captains you can produce have for one village. You then get on the screen and you look around and find if you want to move into another parish and start taking over charters. Okay, you purchase okay, here we are purchasing the charter. We click purchase, and you can see the different styles of villages. I like the lowland because it's got the well balance. It's got everything. It produces the food. It does not produce wine, but it produces lots of food. Why doesn't it show it on there? It has good balance. That one's the one that they should show everything on. What the hell's up with that? But anyways, this one produces all the different food types that you want to keep your population high. And the other one that I use for making the pitch is the Highland. As you can see, you only get 2 different styles of food. This is wrong, dude. You don't get... Oh, it's crossing it out. I never did like this. But anyways, the Highland is the good pitch village. Now, if you want to produce more pitch and more stone, you could also go to the, I think it's the marsh. The marsh, you can create a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't like the marsh villages because I think you're minus... Yeah, you can't make iron. You have to import iron in. That's the reason why I use the lowland, because you can get iron, stone, wood. You got good production on all of those, plus the food. The Highland is the next best one because you can produce all 3 main ingredients for making weapons, which would be wood, stone, iron, and of course, then you got your pitch that you can make. So that's my 2 villages that I use. The reason why I don't use valleys, salt, rivers, and all these other ones is because the valley is more for producing your wine, and you can produce produce wine. You produce, I think it's I don't use these because I don't produce honor goods. Some people fight this game by getting honor. They get honor goods and they do their banqueting. I'm not a banqueter. I get my honor by keeping up keeping taxes down when I don't want to keep my people's happiness up. But anyways, there's 2 types of ways you can play the game. You can play the game either by using popularity buildings, or you can do it by doing honor goods. The other way is also getting liege lords. In this game, I'm too high up to have any liege lords. I'm everybody else's liege lord. But you can do banqueting, which Drew will get somebody else to show you about how to build a banqueting village. I don't do banqueting because I do all the honor popularity buildings. Therefore, you won't see me having valleys, salt flats. The river is producing a lot of fish, and you also get to produce the spices, which is also another honor good. The river too, another honor building. Again, I don't like producing that because in those particular lands you cannot. If you look at in like River 2, you can't produce any iron. Well, that sure sucks for building up your dam. You got to import your iron in for making all your blacksmiths and for your armor guilds. So I don't like to import unless I have to. The only thing I import in is my pitch, which is the reason why I build the Highland. Plains are mainly for food, but again, look, you can't produce iron again. So you have bonuses to them, like you can produce a ton of food, but then you get into having to ship everything around by transport, and I'm not much of a transporter. I don't even sell most of my stuff. I just build it, let it go, and I attack people with it. Forest, I mean, why do you want to build a whole bunch of wood? I just stick mainly with the Highlands and the Lowlands because those are both good, equal balanced villages and can produce everything you need, and you don't have to worry about importing anything except for the pitch. Okay, on a finishing note, you can see that I pretty much, all my villages are only the 2 type, and again, the biggest ones are all the Lowlands. As you can see, you got Highlands, Lowlands, and the whole bonus to it all is that you get great war production and great honor production for your population, and you're building up your honor. You see, as me being, what rank am I at? Crown Prince, 7th degree, that my honor doesn't grow as fast because I have no liege lords, but it does grow. It continually moves. But you can also see my money is also going up as well. So for war production, those are the two best villages you want.
Stronghold Kingdoms. The battle has just begun.